Hi, Steve.
Hey, Bart. How are you doing today?
Good. Good to see you. Nice to have you here, and especially since this big year for
It
the
is.
Interfaith Shelter.
Our 50th birthday at the shelter.
50 years.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. How long have you been there now?
In about a week, it'll be 5 years. So.
5 years.
Yay!
10% of the history of.
Exactly. Yep.
But look at the accomplishments of your board and your team. In just 5 years you've been there, I think you've got a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being a partner in that.
Yeah, in fact, recently you've had a lot of upgrades, some improvements, some physical construction projects. Where are we right now with all of that?
You know, we're at a really good point. At our current facility, we've basically got everything completely redone, from the floor to the shingles on the roof to new pavilion out back. All the dorms have been redone. So it's nice because now we just have really high functioning, usable space that, you know, partners can come in, and Humane Society can do pet therapy and all that kind of stuff. There's the pavilion in the picture there. We did a cornhole tournament on the 4th of July. I don't like to brag, but I actually did win.
You won?
Yeah, I won. I did not get to claim the prize, so the runner-up got to get that, but I did talk a lot of trash before it, and I backed it up, so I was excited about that. But it's just really nice having those type of spaces.
Yeah, this is awesome. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, have to come for a tour. Yep, that's right off the back of both the men and women's dorms.
Really cool.
Yep.
Well, you have really green grass.
Yeah, keep it sprinkled. Yep, and then the pictures here, you know, we love to celebrate when people move out. Because that's, you know, they're there and they're trying to find permanent housing, find jobs and all those things. So we really want to make that a celebration. And so that's one of our recent clients, Monifa, that just moved out and was with us for several months and living a couple miles down the road from us. So every once in a while she'll still pop in and say hi. And then every morning we do a meeting with every single person staying at the shelter to kind of start the day, to talk about what's going on for the day, but also have points of celebration. So, you know, people say, hey, I'm starting a job today, or I'm moving out in a week, and we really like to celebrate those next steps and also, you know, archive that. The picture here with the family, we have a volunteer, Tanya, that actually the way she volunteers is once in a while she takes families out downtown and just does free pictures for them so that their family can get nice high quality pictures together. So that's what those photos are from. That
is cool. Well, it really represents a whole new attitude in that the end game is not being kicked out.
Right.
It's graduating.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, we say when you leave, we hope to never see you other than to come and either volunteer with us and say hi, say how your house is, how your job's going, but we don't want to see you again in a year because you're homeless again. And so as much as we can end that recidivism and hit some of those root causes, we love to be able to do that. And it's exciting to celebrate with people as they take those next steps.
Yeah, so it must be a lot of work because you have to line up so many different things in order for someone to successfully move on.
Yeah.
Like what? What are some of the things that have to happen?
So we have about 700 people every year will live with us, some for a couple days, some for 6-7 months. So as you can imagine, every single person's story is incredibly different, but we have personal progress plans with every single person that stays. So basically like an IEP when you're in school. So every week they meet with our services director to work on the goals and their next steps. And so for some it's, you know, they've got most of their ducks in a row, life just threw a curveball and they just need a little bit of time to get back on their feet. Others, they have no identity, no driver's license, no social security number, no birth certificate. So it's just these little steps of getting those details so then you can take the next step. So we try to help create that roadmap for people.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22. People don't want to fill out a job application and put the Interfaith Shelter as their home address, I would imagine.
Right, yep, some. But we also have job fairs every single week at the shelter. So, you know, some people, they'll come to us on a Wednesday, they'll go to the job fair Thursday, and by Monday they're hopping in the vehicle and going to work with the other people staying there. So, so that's, you know, one of many job opportunities that they also have a chance to connect with. So yeah, just lots of little services that we put in place to kind of connect with those depending on their kind of unique circumstances.
Have you got employers that are looking at the Interfaith Shelter as a pool of potential applicants?
Yeah, we'll get kind of messages here and there. Sometimes it's more of a specific role, so if there's somebody we have there that might be a good fit. Other times it's staffing agencies that's more broad, but the weekly job fairs, it's specifically with Drive Staffing, and so for over 2 years now, every single Thursday, 9 a.m. they're doing the job fair. Thanksgiving's the only time that they're not there. And then Mama Tutu, or Wanda Beavers, that a lot of people in Jackson are familiar with, she comes every single Thursday to the job fairs as well. so that anybody, even if they're not staying at the shelter, that she's aware of that are looking for jobs, she brings and helps to spread the word about the employment opportunities. So it's fun seeing her every Thursday morning with a group of people
Wow.
eager to
Yeah.
find some work.
Yeah, she's one of the community saints.
Yep.
So this weekend we get to celebrate, one of the ways to celebrate 50 years, but this is an annual, I think you've been
It's our
doing it.
fourth annual now.
All right, the block party.
Yeah, so for anyone that hasn't come before, we'd love to have you come out. It's from 11 to 2 this Saturday. And really the point of this, it's a thank you to the community. We have about 1,600 volunteers that come and serve with us in some capacity every year. We have thousands of people that give gifts of all sizes that make it so we can serve the community. And our local neighborhood, we have the My Place organization, that's one of our partner agencies that's right on our block. We have the Vietnam vets that are right across the street from us. And so we also just want a fun event for those that are staying at the shelter, but also just our awesome neighbors that work hand in hand with us. And so a lot of different things going on. Big L and Code Blue, they're a fantastic local band, but they're going to be bringing the music this time. So it's just really fun environment. We do have a dunk tank this year, so I've had my arm twisted, so I'm probably going to have to get in it at some point. So if anybody wants to throw a ball and see me get wet,
Get your
one of the
shots.
things. Exactly. get your shots in then. But yeah, big the foam bubble pits for the kids. We have a reptile exhibit. So one of our awesome volunteers, Belinda, brings out all these snakes. Gwen's Greens from Concord, she actually comes and does flower crowns, and we'll do crowns for the kids, or space painting from Vito's, and a lot of other things. So it's just a fun for all ages. And then Jackson Police Department actually purchased 6 brand new bikes, and they're doing a raffle. So 6 new bikes will be raffled off for some guests that attend.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
And there's food.
Yep, there's food. Yep, hot dogs, brats. My Place organization, they also have a bakery, so they're going to have some of their baked goods. And then the local famous Danny Aminati from Aminati's Frosty Boy, he donates all the ice cream. So the hand-dipped ice cream that'll be there will be the Frosty Boy ice cream.
Wow, fantastic. Well, we'll be there. JTV will stop by, and we hope to see you as well. And it's open to anybody and everybody.
Do you want to get in the tank?
No.
Okay. Had to ask, right?
No, I have. I've done my service in dunk tanks many times, and I think I'm retired.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks. There's always a good story, though, you'll have after you make it through the dunk tank.
That
So you mentioned
hose water is freezing too. So
it is freezing, yeah, and
it's gonna be terrible.
You'll have fun, trust me. You mentioned My Place, your neighbor that you partner with. You did a really cool thing with them in a Empty Bowls event earlier this summer.
Yeah, a first-time event that we did partnered with My Place, so the proceeds, were split 50-50. But yeah, it was Art 634, a great venue in the community. A lot of local partners made it, so it was an event that all the proceeds were able to go to us. But just bringing awareness to hunger and food insecurity, but by just having a fun event of celebration together. So it was our first annual, and we're hoping to do it again next year. Yeah, so I'd love to have people join next year for that.
Yeah, it was really cool, and you can see photos from this past year's event at jtv.tv to see just how fun it was. You really can't tell how delicious it was, but the food looked awesome, and I know everybody had a great time.
It was amazing. I overate by quite a bit. Yeah.
Now you were just at an event earlier today, some sort of a giant check presentation.
Yeah, so it's always fun getting one of those large checks. So the Phil and Pat Willis Foundation just made a $40,000 gift that's going towards our new family shelter. We're just starting the process. I meet with the architects tomorrow for the first time for building a new facility just for families. So our current space would be single men and women, and then the new space, anyone with children would be in that space. So we're at very initial phases of raising funds and starting to do the blueprints, and so just super blessed, especially some of those lead gifts from Phil and Pat, because some of those people to take that first step are always huge, and then it helps others to come along. So really grateful, and they were a big part of the renovations that we did a couple years ago. So when we were just getting the ball rolling on all of those things, their foundation really came along in a significant way.
That's great. Yeah, Phil and Pat Willis. Their name is very familiar because of their generosity to so many in this community.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting to hear. I'll be anxious to watch the progress of that.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we'll see you Saturday. Once again, everybody come by, come hungry, and kids, make sure you come because you could win a brand new bike.
That's right.
right there in the neighborhood at the Jackson Interfaith Shelter on Blackstone. Thanks so much, Steve.
Thank you, Bart.
Steve Castle, CEO of the Jackson Interfaith Shelter. We've got our